Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest though. Yo, there's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Devoted to Joel, who recommended this on the Patreon. The Metalcore Connoisseur. You don't even need to tell me what sort of music this is. With album artwork like this, with a font like this, with song titles and an album title like this, you don't need to tell me. Have we got comments on this? All comments are turned off, so you're going to be stuck with me, people. 2003, this was published by Ferret Music. Remembering Never. Shall we just jump in? To the Girl I Love for an Hour. It's only a brief one, so we'll bang a clearer sky on afterwards. All right, let's go. You hear that, yeah? Ding dong! I thought that might have just been an instrumental intro. I'm surprised they made a track out of that. Let's just get straight in. A clearer sky. Come on. I've never heard of this band before, by the way, people. Cup of coffee tonight. Hope you're having a beer on me, Joel, wherever you are tonight. I'm sipping on a nice cup of Nescafe's finest tonight. All right, I've chipped out, or I couldn't find the cheap stuff, and I paid a whopping, feels like £4 for a small Nescafe granules. All right. Well. Not only is it a chaotic sound, but the sound engineering's quite chaotic as well, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It got me thinking about this particular style of metalcore music and the whole, the arty-farty poeticism that goes in with the words they use, whether it be in the song titles, the record titles, the, lyrical content. It creates this morbid separation between you don't expect to hear music which is this abrasive and noisy and frantic to possess illustrative lyric and that poetic content. So it becomes this. Someone just fucked up the Rubik's Cube, you know what I mean? I can't explain it to you as well as I would have done when I first started to getting into extreme music. When I first started getting into extreme music, I was scared. I was quite frightened by the extremity of it and the, for lack of better term, the freak show of art that was before me, you know? One of the main characteristics of this production is that kick. It's punchy yet soft at the same time, you know. It's a unique sounding kick drum, and it breaks through the production. Yo, I bet the people who were into this band were looking so funny back in the day. I know the sort of dudes who were into this band, man. This was perfect timing. Perfect timing. Here, I wasn't there around this band, wherever this band was from. But there had to be some skinny jeans. There had to be some skinny jeans, man. At first, I was thinking about the mosh, and I think about the windmills. I don't even need to talk about no other dance moves in the pit. Windmills. And I thought, what are they wearing? They might have been wearing a spiky belt as well. We might have been getting into those years, wearing a spiky belt. These lot definitely weren't wearing sportswear. This isn't a sportswear band. This is a skinny jeans with a studded belt band, I think. I reckon. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You heard that kick drum though? Quality. You had to have this on CD back in the day, man. You had to have this in a jewel case back in the day. Come on now. Let's keep moving. Feathers in Heaven coming up next. Yes, now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Remember Never tonight. Track 3 of 11 on She Looks So Good in Red is entitled Feathers in Heaven. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? Ferret Music themselves The label who put this out have uploaded Remembering Never with a tune called Incisions, and it got 157k views on it. It was uploaded 17 years ago. How OG is that for in YouTube terms? 17 years ago. Bam, 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 bam. Let's go. Come on. Guitar sound like Opeth. But that's crazy. In related comments, Sky News, the guy looks like he's in a British court, which is this is crazy. Like for British news, I would assume this would be more of an American thing. It says drive-by gunman who fired on mourners at wake jailed for life. Fucking hell, this guy had an issue. There's some beef there. I'm actually gonna check that out just after this to see what the heck that's all about, man. A little bit of fear pornography for the news catching my attention there. Don't you worry about that. A little bit of low frequency to bring me back down to earth when I'm in a good mood, you know. Let's go back. Come on. Is that in drop D tuning? Is that in drop D? Bruh, some heavy AF breakdown there in the middle. That caught me completely off guard. Why are you breaking the rules for? I didn't expect a breaky D down to be down there. Not the heaviest one on the tune. Right, let's keep going. We've got Big Jim's Mistake coming up. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now, people. Bada bing. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Moving onwards with this record. Remembering Never is the band. Track 4 of 11 is entitled Big Jim's Mistake. Who's Big Jim? Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile. Now then. I'll tell you what, right? I just got stuck in a rabbit hole for like best part of 20 minutes. I seen somebody get done in Birmingham for firing at the wake at a funeral of like opponent gang members. I just got stuck in a rabbit hole of Birmingham gang beef. Famo, like, you have to be careful. Like, if people around you are up to no good, just know you could get caught in the collateral. That's crazy. That's devilish energy right there. That's mad. But yeah, I got caught in some drill, some UK drill flipping rabbit hole, man. Big Jim's Mistake is track numero 4. Let's jump in. Yo, Hate56 put up a Remembering Never video, but it was back in 2004. That's quite cool. Might catch that after this record. Even during these, more solemn moments, that kick drum is still pow. Sounds triggered.
Look at it forever.
There's 3 tiers of audacity. You've got your clean strummed guitars, such as, then you've got your overdriven, and then you've just got your ridiculous, over distorted chaos. I love it when the drummer does the fills on the toms though. Them toms pop just as much as the kick does. When it all comes together, it sounds sick, to be honest. It really just breaks through the production. We've got Alison's song coming up next. I will see you there. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Let me give a shout to me and Steve, who unfortunately passed. I don't think I've ever come across the name before, but you know what? I couldn't help myself. I went on the live footage of them playing in 2004. It was at Hellfest. And you know what? They were the real deal. They were the real deal. Proper 2000s. Yo, one guy in the band's got a flipping Godfrey bold shirt on. Other guy's got a Peter shirt on for animal protection and whatnot. It was hard. X'd up. Come on now. Yeah, fair play. Alison's song is track number 5 of 11. We're listening to She Looks So Good in Red by Remembering Never. Let's go. It was recommended by Joel on the Patreon, the metalcore connoisseur. Ba-da-da-da. That outro is really good. Yo, you know what? I think my favourite part of this band's the drummer. At first, I thought, all right, he's been given a little bit of leeway in the mix. He's not coming out with too many funky fills, no fruity moments and all that. And as this record continues on, I'm starting to like the drummer. I think the drummer is really good. We got Meadows coming up next, all right? Track 6 of 11. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Bada bing. Signing in. This one's Meadows. It's track number 6 of 11 on Remembering Never's record. She looks so good in red. Let's jump in, shall we? Come on now. Let's go. With all due respect, this is a budget production. This is a budget production. This isn't a even for the 2000s. This is a budget production, and I say it with respect, but there's some points where you hear the drummer going off, but you can't grasp the true emphasis of the drummer going off because of the way it's so bottom heavy. One of the cymbals just like ting, ting, tss, tss, it just doesn't come through. But the bottom end of it, the toms and the bloody kick just fly through. All right.
Away
Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Hard. This is a band which, I'm speaking of my own personal experience with bands like this, but they're so varied and come up with so many cool different ideas that it's not like, I guess you could say this is like the same thing with any band that doesn't follow like traditional structure, but it's not so much the song, it's about a particular moment or two within that song that just really pops with you and you're like, flipping heck. That's a good section, that. Do you know? Because it's so varied. Like, overall, you can enjoy the energy from the track. But then again, I guess any sort of hardcore adjacent music, full stop. Like, that's the same thing. Like, how many great, polished, just like modern bands you're listening to where you're just like, yes, that breakdown is the best part of it. Yes, that 2-bomb is the best part of it, and so forth. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm chatting shit, but my personal experience with this, there's some bits that just blow the rest of the music out of the water. Do you know what I mean? Like a particular harmonic section. And when I say that, I mean just like a beautiful melody with the vocal line just atop this fantastic higher register, steadier rhythm and so forth. But hey, what do I know? Like that post-hardcore sort of stuff. When they implement that into bands like this, I really like that. I'm talking nonsense. Next track is entitled Blue. All right, I'll see you there. Yes, now blessed now. Let's keep moving. We've got a brief one coming up at 2 minutes 39 seconds. Blue is the title of this track. It's numero 7 of 11 on She Looks So Good in Red by Remembering Never. This entire listen through goes out to my friend Joel. Thank you very much for the recommendation, Joel. Let's jump in. Do you know what? The majority of these tunes, they start, even though it might be a brief couple of strums, they start with the clean guitars. It was a thing, 2000s, like emo adjacent music. A lot of it's like they were fighting off the idea that they were singing, because of course you got to be macho and masculine and into hardcore. And they fought it off by singing about killing women in a poetic manner, or the death of women. What was all that about? I even heard it one of my favourite records around the time. Good Charlotte did My Bloody Valentine. Oh no, to be honest, in that Good Charlotte tune, he kills the boyfriend as opposed to the woman, from what I remember. Alright, let me off. Yeah, Good Charlotte was sick, man. To be fair, I hear a little bit of Good Shout from time to time. Was the frontman called Billy? Because he had that nasally sort of, you know. Great songwriter, incredible songwriters, Good Charlotte. Sounds like Porcupine Tree, Trains. That's a banger, that as well. That was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. That last bit though, do you see a bitch? That cheapens it so much. That makes all of that performance really cheap. If that's what he says, just because it sounds it's a post. Well, it's an edit, isn't it? They've dropped in and just dropped that on and then echoed it. And yeah, I think that completely cheapens it personally. Even though it might actually correlate with the lyrical content, but nah, I don't think much to that. But overall, that tune was good. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good because normally we hear him go in and out of the clean. But yeah, I don't need to say no more. That was an half decent tune. I thought that was quite good. I like the title of this one. The moment you've realised you are nothing to anyone. Sounds like an Amir title. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Oh. We're listening to She Looks So Good in Red by The Act. Remembering Never. Track 8 of 11 is entitled The Moment You've Realised You Are Nothing to Anyone, which is actually quite a cool title. I like it. I think it fits the sound pretty bloody well, that title. I know I can't stand on my side. I know what it feels like to be lost. I know what it feels like to be a normal day. I know what it feels like to be drowned. I saw what you know. It's all over. I'm still choking on the lies. It's all over. I'm still choking. It's all over. But I'm still choking on the lies. I'm giving you one. Them drums sound sick on this. The tinging on there. The drumming sounds flipping fantastic on this one. Like the actual production of the drums. Yeah, Joel, I must have asked you this at one point, but you ever heard of the act Symphony in Peril? And they had a tune called Falsetto. I think, it's Stiletto, I think it was called. Bro, that was like top 10 breakdown compilation on YouTube, like every flipping compilation in like early 2010s, I think. I thought that was the best track on the record. I really like that one. Yeah, I thought there was a nice groove to it. Generally, I thought there was some good riffing going on. I thought it was a good song length for the band. 3 minutes 18. I thought that was my favourite one so far. We got Heartless coming up next. Why you gotta be so heartless? Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. This entire list through goes out to Joel, who recommended we listen to some riffage via the Patreon. This is track number 9 of 11, entitled Heartless. We're listening to Remembering Never tonight. Sorry, it's getting late, people. It's 2:30 in the flipping morning, believe it or not. Let's jump in, shall we? La da 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 da. This is a great sound. Meshuggah put a track out 3 days ago. At least the music video. That was an alright tune. That had the best clean section we've had on this record so far. The clean section was really good. That beautiful sound. Really like that section. Really like that section, especially with the vocals, or at least at that time the backing vocals, because they were reeled back so much in the mix, screaming in the distance. I thought that was really good. Yeah. That clean section was really good. It was almost Bullet for My Valentine-esque, you know, very professional. Right, let's keep moving. Yes, now bless now people, don't forget rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're continuing on our listen through to She Looks So Good in Red by the band Remembering Never. Track 10 of 11 has an insane song title. And I'm not gonna, you know what, disregarding like the entire concept of it, I just don't like the first word. I hate that first word. But if we remove it, it becomes quite a pleasant statement. Kissing Jesus is the title of this one. Let's go. It can't be a proper metalcore record without a little bit of an edge to it. I used to have a shirt, because I watched the set. I didn't watch the whole set. I watched like so much through the first song to see what the people thought of this act. And one of the guitarists had God Free in big bold letters, which is like a sign of the times. Big back print, bold statement. You know what I mean? Probably an edgy statement on the back of your t-shirt. Quality times. He had God Free. And I think it's the same statement I had on a shirt. There was this and I'm not now, believe it or not, I'm not religious, but I'm a little more spiritually guided than I once was. So I'm not the same kid I used to be, but there was this clothing line, and I forgot what the clothing line was called, but yeah, they had a t-shirt design, black t-shirt, just white print, and it said like God Free in like bold white lettering, and it had like this fuck off big inverted cross in white what went all the way down it. No, that wasn't. It was even worse. I don't even know if it had the inverted cross, because I had this. Now, this shirt was sick. I had a Leviathan shirt. Leviathan, one-man black metal band. Like, depressive black metal act. Grim and frostbitten. And that had a big inverted cross, and it had the sickest logo of all time. Like, some proper grim and frostbitten, flipping black metal logo. And that was, like, white on black. That was hard. But this shirt I bought said, I don't believe in God, in bold capital letters, right? It doesn't get much worse than that, does it? It doesn't get much worse than that. But I bought it. I ate it up. I was an edgy teenager, man. I ate that shit up. When I was a teenager in particular, I bought some dodgy shirts. Oh man, I don't even need to get you with. There was one shirt in particular. I'm not going to tell you what it was. If you've come across this and you're fascinated through the edge factor, right? There was a shirt by the Acacia Strain, and I bought it off of their merch store when they played a festival near us. And I'll just say that much. My mum found that shirt and she said, "What are you doing?" And this shirt, I would be surprised if the Acacia Strain can ever put out an edgier shirt than the one I bought. I'm just going to leave that one there. It was terrible. It was terrible. Right, let's go. I did this. I don't know why this would be blasphemous. I ask it out of just interest. I said it to my mate yesterday. Was it yes? No, a couple nights back actually. Why isn't Jesus Christ depicted as a sex symbol, or not even depicted as? Why isn't he? Because it's like, obviously I don't have the mind and the brain of a woman, but I just find it surprising how he's not like, he was in good shape. He was essentially, I mean, don't get me wrong, a humble character, but in 2025, if not years that have come prior, he's like the biggest leader of all time. And those men who lead men tend to be pretty attractive, right? In the face of a woman. If men admire you and look up to you and want to be like you, then women want to be with you, right? That's some game right there. But I don't understand. I don't understand why Jesus Christ. Oh, I guess it might be the blasphemous thing, but because I don't know. I've never come across too much. Not like offensive and edgy sexualization of Jesus Christ, but like actual, oh, he was the perfect man and I'm madly in love with him, you know? I said that to my mate, yeah. And he asked me in return, was he a top shagger? I think he was celibate. From what I'm aware. But some say he was with Mary Magdalene. But we're not going to get into that.
the building does your heart. I'm killing you. I am nothing. I'm going falling in the building in your heart. I'm killing you. I am nothing. I'm going falling in the building in your heart. I'm killing you. I am nothing. I'm going falling in the building in your heart. I'm killing you. I am nothing. Coming through 1,000 times. Coming through 1,000 times. Coming through 1,000 times. Again, 1,000 times. Let me song for your rest to make you feel like me. My last wish to see your dead fucking body. Let me song for your rest to make you feel like me. My last wish to see your dead fucking body.
This record as a whole is an assault. It's a metal assault, man. It's a wild record. There's a lot of material on here, you know. I got into this, thought it'd be pretty brief of a record, but there's heaps of stuff. Or at least it feels that way, you know, because we've got so many ideas and so much riffage and so many just breaks and sections and highs and lows and all of that. Let's finish this record off, though. Last Night Alone is the last track. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless, now people, don't forget to rest. Now Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in and eventually signing out, because this is the last track of the record on She Looks So Good in Red by Remembering Never. This listen through has gone out to my friend Joel, who recommended this on the Patreon, alongside a lot of other fantastic metalcore acts and records over the past few months. So let's finish this one off. It's a brief one relative to the song, tracks we've had on so far. If that makes sense. It's currently 10 to 3 in the morning. Hold on, people. Hold on. Give me a breather here. Last Night Alone is the title of the last one. I'm going to finish up after this with a final review and breakdown of my opinions of this album. Let's go. Quite a stodgy sounding guitar, eh? Bit of weight behind that. Sounds like Slipknot. Is that the bass guitar we hear? That lower frequency, or is it just all guitar? That was like ASMR. That clapping was like ASMR. With that being said, I feel like, having a little bit of a laugh at the end and so forth, it works well in the studio. It works well to show a little bit of personality and blah, blah, blah. But when you're creating a product where you want to sort of showcase a little bit of emotional depth, I think you sort of devalue that when you do little things like that, if you know where I'm coming from. I don't mind a bit of novelty from time to time, as long as that's like within the character and the nature of the act as a general. When it's not generally in there, it comes across as a little bit random, and for lack of better terms, a bit cheap. But a little bit of Slipknot to finish here, little bit of a separate production. It feels like there's been a few twists and turns on there, which is a thing. Like when you're in the studio, whether you've got a little bit of time to spare at the end or you want to fill a little gap or have a little jam or so forth, you do come across these little moments where you just put something together. And, I've been in the studio before recording with hardcore bands. And one time in particular, we were recording in London. And the producer just looked, well, he was a proper pot. We all were at the time. We were all smoking bear weed. And the producer was proper into pedals. He loved pedals, man. So he was just, let that feedback ring, let that feedback ring. And he was just wanking off these pedals for the best part of 20 minutes. And we could have thrown that on the record. Well, we could have. If anything. This is a good one, actually. We paid to have it recorded, yeah? As far as like our materials recorded. And that feedback came from the guitar I was playing, but came through their amps, the producer's amps. And the noises that came from the pedals came from his pedals and his messing about. Who owns that recording? Do you know where I'm coming from? He kept it for his own good, which is a bit mad, to be honest. But anyway, let's keep on. I'm going to do my final overview of this record. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV signing in. I had a recommendation on the Patreon from the metal connoisseur, or the metalcore connoisseur, actually, to niche that down a little bit. My man Joel, he says, bruh, you gotta check out Remembering Never. This record in particular, She Looks So Good in Red. Referenced the fella called Mean Steve. Apologies if I've got his name wrong, but said unfortunately he's passed as of recent. This is a character I wasn't familiar with, so I can't speak too much on that issue, but I did catch him do a little bit of performing in a live session like middle way through this listen through, so I got a little bit of the experience. People did like this band a lot. It was in 2004, whereas this record, from what I'm aware, was 2003 it was put out, so not long after they performed at Hellfest. 11 tunes on this record, no filler. Even with the first one being 35 seconds, I expected an introduction. It was a track all in itself. Very noisy band. But most metalcore acts around this period were what I would consider noisy. And when I say noisy, I mean quite erratic, quite spazzy, a lot of back and forth between clean and overtly distorted, harsh vocals, definitely harsh vocals, and somewhat atonal singing. We've not got Ed Sheeran on the microphone here, but it was half decent. Production-wise, was fascinating. It wasn't great production, but it was production with character. You know, if you had a copy of this on CD, which I'm sure the people who were around this time who liked this band might have, you know, this was the sign of the times. Get your little jewel case CD. I mean, this album artwork is like CD era 101 to me. Not a bad production for that, you know what I mean? I don't know how your car speakers would handle like the low end of this, because that kick drum was just pounding straight through the mix. Whoa, I heard more kick drum than all else on this record. But I wouldn't have had it any other way, really. I think it was a good block to develop on, and then, you know, get a different producer essentially from here on. I doubt they stuck with this producer if they'd had a record after this, or this degree of sound engineering. They probably pushed it to a new space. But it was good overall, you know. I think the drummer probably was my favourite part of it, because I didn't clock on to how... I think due to the production I was speaking of, a lot of the high end, if not, you know, the top and the middle end as well, of the drum kit was just like reeled all the way to the back. It was just like the kick and the toms in particular that really broke through. And you could pay attention and hear the snare, but as far as like cymbals are concerned, you know, they weren't really breaking through much. But when so I didn't really pay an incredible amount of attention to the drums at the start. I was more or less paying attention to the vocal line and the guitars, the riffage and so forth. But then, like, maybe about track 5, track 6, it caught on to me. I thought, you know what, the drummer's my favourite part of this band. I thought the drummer was really good once I started to delve into and pay attention to the way it was played and the organic value of what I was hearing. I liked it a lot. Really liked the clean sections. The clean sections were proper cool, in particular the guitars of the clean sections. Vocal-wise, not too bad. It was what it was. It's definitely incredibly metalcore, 2000s metalcore, with the poeticism of the song titles and the album title, and even the name of the band. It's so bizarre. I was part of like the Scene Kid thing, part of the Hexy Kid thing, the MySpace brutal stuff and all this and that. So I get it to a degree, but I was a lot younger. These older men who were like making bands and stuff and doing stuff like this, I wonder what influenced them to create music such as this. I know it was like a part of a tribal thing, just like, but it's quite bizarre how you'd see these like hardcore dudes creating music with like clean singing and stuff. I like it, don't get me wrong. I don't cast judgment on it, but generally speaking, there's a lot of you know, insecure and frail masculine egos in heavy music where they feel like embarrassed to do stuff like this, but these lot just weren't. They were completely fine in doing it, and it's something I haven't fully grasped an understanding of. But I like the clean sections. I like the heavy sections. There's a couple of neat breakdowns in here, and I'm just gonna leave that one there. I'll give some respect to Stevie. I'm not going to rate this record out of respect, you know. I think definitely won't get a bad rating from me, but hey, I'm signing out on that one. Peace, one love, people. Goodbye.